So let's start with gold. My bias for the week was I said the current price action, even on the thicker time frames, was more bullish, but according to location, you were not going to want to buy while being right here in this place where the weekly time frame has reversed from so many times. So I still have that bias. The previous daily candle close as a bullish engulfing. So it looks like we could have it looks like we could have a lot of bullish momentum the following day to even reach back to 2,662. However, if I'm putting ooh, that was a red flag word. If I'm putting this stuff back on and we realize what the 14 hour is doing. It's kind of giving a lower high, right? Looking like the previous 14, I mean like looking like the following 14-hour could potentially be a bearish candle because of, this pattern that's forming right here. It's a doji at the moment and it's at weekly resistance. So it looks like there's a potential that price could continue bearish for tomorrow. The risky thing about that is 4 hour, the higher lows are maintaining. That's the case with the 3 and the 2 and the 1. However, if we get a break, oh my, no. Oh, please. If we get a break underneath this level, then more than likely, we're going to continue to go bearish and hit these previous lows, I believe. But I don't know if that will happen just yet. We just gotta see. We just gotta see. I would just be waiting for a break of support on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So right. So that's my analysis for that. I'm more on the bearish side, and mainly because of where it is and how it has been looking. Look, if I put this right, it looks like okay, you had lower lows, but to confirm that you also had some lower highs. And the tricky thing about this is yes, on the monthly time frame, it's bullish still. It's still bullish. However, I still have the dollar to back me up in having a more bearish bias on gold because the dollar is very strong on every time frame. And that's not the case for gold. On GJ, I have a very bullish bias now. I was just waiting to see what price wanted to do. So it is reacting to this level, this monthly demand level. That's cool. That's cute. The previous daily candle closed as, like a bearish pin bar. And that probably means that we're just going to have a nice hefty pullback on the smaller time frames. That's what I'm expecting. The main thing I'm looking for is for the 1 hour to not look this bearish because right now we are in a counter trend with the 1 hour time frame and even the 4 hour time frame. So for me to get into buys, I would want to see like either a 4 hour higher low and engulfing or just a break of support on any time frame, 1, 2, 3, or 4 hour, because the higher time frames are already bullish overall. So yeah. Now for US 30, I have a very bearish bias and I have had it for a while since even last week. The previous daily candle closed as a bearish pin bar when everything else was bearish also. So, that was a really strong confluence to continue in sells. So I took one trade today on US 30 and I was distracted when price came up here, but I did have my fib drawn from point A to point B. I could have ideally the move would have been up here, but I didn't look at my phone again until this time. So I manually watched price. I just watched. I didn't have a stop loss on. I simply watched price. I was saying, okay, if price breaks above this level and also makes bullish engulfings above that, then I'm not gonna want to be in the trade. But if not, then more than likely we're good to continue bearish. Um, my my confirmation for this trade was just a 1 hour bearish candle. It said wait for 9:30 a.m. enter after 1 hour bearish preferably. Enter M5 engulfings under that. So yeah, that was a fair, simple trade. What I really like about this trade is on the weekly time frame, it looks damn near the same. The previous weekly candle was a bearish engulfing, and at the moment, there's no level of weekly demand to push price back up. So this could be a hefty, hefty move that actually doesn't see much pullback until this level, if we could be so lucky. All right. Because I mean, this time frame is definitely bearish right now. Mhm. I mean, we could have some pushback around this level, but for the moment, honestly, everything's just giving lower highs at the moment, and that is okay. I would change my bias on US30 if the weekly candle created another bullish engulfing because we already have this bullish engulfing. So if for some reason, I mean, not bullish engulfing, this is already a bullish candle. If for some reason we created another bullish candle close on the weekly time frame, I would be inclined to think that maybe we're going to continue back up into this monthly overall bullish move. All right, I just don't think that the weekly has closed like that yet for me to assume that. So, yeah, so I'm holding sells. I'm gonna hold until I don't know. I don't know. The weekly the 1 hour or really this is I don't want to hold until this because heck, but maybe holding until like just this, or I mean honestly, I'm just gonna keep watching price and seeing how the daily candle closes and whatnot, because that's the time frame that it is kind of the smoothest on. So I'm gonna just monitor it with my eyeballs. And the dollar is, as stated before, it's just super bullish. Super bullish right now. There's really nothing stopping it. So again, that is also what's playing into my idea of potential gold sells, right? And then the time frame that's showing it the most, let's see, the 1 hour. I mean, we have the lower highs on the 1 hour, but there's no breaks. There's no breaks on any of the time frames that actually matter to me. So I think by the time tomorrow New York comes, maybe some during FOMC, we'll see the volatility that we were looking for. Because yeah, tomorrow we got FOMC and a little like that pre-NFP and then some unemployment claims. So it's gonna be a busy day for the US dollar. Hopefully it'll just, I don't know, do whatever we want to do. All right, happy trading.